Good morning and welcome to your Farm and Home Show. My name is Joanna Coles, and today we're going to talk a little bit about the fall calving season. It's probably one of my most favorite times of year because on my own farm, that's when we calve. And so I kind of wanted to talk a little bit today about the things that you need to have on hand and that you need to be prepared for as we begin this fall calving season. So if you have spring cows, you're in weaning time. However, if you have fall calving cows, now's the time for excitement because baby calves will be hitting the ground, but it is one time that we need to be prepared. Probably the most important thing during any type of calving season is making sure that you're checking on those cows on a regular basis. There's a lot of things that can happen. That cow might need assistance. And so checking the cows in the morning and in the afternoon is very important, especially if you have heifers. They've never done this before, and so they might need a little bit extra assistance than your cow herd. And if they do, you need to make sure that you have all that equipment on hand and ready to go. It's best to have a good veterinary client-patient relationship with your veterinarian that knows your cow herd, knows your operation, just in case you get into a situation where you might need an emergency C-section or assistance from your veterinarian. If you don't have that, there's no better time than to start that right now with your local veterinarian. Invite them out to your farm. There will be a fee associated with that, but at least they'll know a little bit more about your operation and be quicker to help if you need some assistance. If they do need assistance, it'd be great for you to have some pulling chains that are clean and available and maybe even with you, because sometimes the need might arise that you need to do that at that time. If you have facilities that you've moved those animals to around that are close where you can get that animal up if she needs assistance, or if she just needs some time to bond with that calf, especially if they're first calf heifers, sometimes they need a little bit of time and maybe even a little assistance to make sure, because it's so important for that calf to nurse, get that good colostrum in their bodies so that they can be off to a great start. We have a lot of research that shows if that newborn calf can go ahead and start suckling and get that colostrum in the body of that calf, it has so much better success rate for survival. Also, another thing that's important is making sure that you're keeping and documenting accurate records. So documenting when that calf was born, if it was a bull or if it's a heifer, those things are important to know, and who that calf's dam is or mama. You can use something as simple as an Excel spreadsheet, a pencil, and a piece of paper, just as long as you're keeping those records. Or if you want to go for a little bit more advanced system, you can go for the Extend system that the University of Kentucky rolled out just this past year. It goes on your phone or on your computer. Is a really nice system to get your whole herd in there that will keep that multi-year data for you to be able to look at your production practices. And so the other thing is probably to have some milk replacement or be able to get some milk replacement just in case the cow doesn't take the calf, or if something happens, that you have that. Because remember, we talked about how important it was to make sure that that calf nurses early, gets on its feet. And then we probably still needed to monitor for any problems that might be occurring in that cow-calf herd. One of the predators that we need to consider and keep an eye out for are the black vultures. We do have those. They nest in areas and they can be very detrimental to a newborn calf and its mom. You might want to move those away if you do have a black vulture population nearby where you're calving, because they can be very predatory and it can happen very quickly. So that's another reason we probably need to keep an eye out during calving season, especially if you can move those calves away from those nesting areas. Those are endangered species and they are protected. And if you do want to do anything about them, you do have to get a permit. You can contact the Kentucky Farm Bureau to get a permit, or we do have some publications where you can create a black vulture effigy and hang in that area, which will deter them from that calving area. The other thing is, once that cow calves, her nutritional needs are going to increase. And so we want to make sure that we have plenty of access to feed, good grass. If not, we probably need to be supplementing because her nutrient needs after calving have increased. She needs to have more nutrition and we need to have that accessible for her during that time. So if you have any questions about fall calving cows and what you need to do or any of the things that we talked about today, make sure to contact your local extension office and we'd be happy to help. Thanks for watching and have a great day.